Hey guys, I am really excited because I went to Beltway Fine Wines and Liquors here in Baltimore, and the best part about that place is that you can get any kind of beer that you want in individual bottles. And if they don't have it individually taken out, you could ask if you can take it out of the six-pack, and I've never been told no. So it's fantastic. And today I saw that they had the Oktoberfest / Marzen beers, and I was pretty excited because I have to do this 30 beers in 30 days challenge. I think this is day number 6 if I'm thinking correctly. And I thought, I've got all these Oktoberfest beers in front of me that I can use to really beef up the channel. So I like doing these types of series. In fact, what you'll see is I'm going to organize it. There's playlists, as you know, on YouTube. And I think it's either on this side or this side. I can't remember. But anyway, there's playlists. And what I'm going to do is have a playlist called Oktoberfest. And when I do the pumpkin beers again, there's going to be a playlist called Pumpkin Beers. So it's kind of nice and organized. And I think I'm going to go with these theme type of things. But anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering. You can see all of the beers in front of me. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with, kind of Old Faithful. A lot of these beers I've never heard of, or I have heard of, but they're kind of new to me, or I haven't had a lot of their beers. But I figured, let me go with something that I know quite well, which is the Sam Adams Octoberfest. I mean, I've had Sam Adams a bunch of times. I've reviewed Noble Pills. I've reviewed some of their other beers. And so I figured I'll start off with Sam Adams Oktoberfest and see if it's something I like. So let me go ahead and crack this open. What I'm going to do, let's see if I'm going to, oh, good shot. What I'm going to do is I have the mug. When I think of Oktoberfest and I think of Germany, I think of having these huge giant mugs of beer. So for every single one of these reviews, I'm going to pull out my big giant beer mug. So let's go ahead and give this a pour. All right. That wasn't too bad of a pour, I don't think. So anyway, you can see here, at least I think you can. Let me get a little closer to the camera. So you have here, it looks like it's got a reddish, brownish tint to it. It kind of reminds me, if I remember correctly, of the pumpkin beers. And there's some good carbonation coming up from here. The head is not quite white. It's kind of like an orangey, brownish. It's closer to white. It's almost white, but it's got some orange built into it. So here we have, this beer in terms of color looks really orange. It's got hints of red and some brown in it. It looks very October. It looks very fall. Here up in the Northeast, in the next 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to start to get, the weather's going to be cooler. It's going to be nice. My favorite time of year. So it kind of reminds me of fall. So anyway, it's got that reddish, and I was looking on ratebeer.com, and they were talking about Oktoberfest and what they're supposed to be, and it's supposed to be this very red, orange type of color. That's kind of the traditional. So a beer noob, so I'm learning. So let's give it a smell. Okay, it's the first thing. It actually smells quite good. It smells very well balanced. I'm picking up, definitely picking up the malt. I'm picking up a lot of malt, kind of that yeasty aroma to it. I'm also picking up kind of some nutty undertones. It's got kind of that toasted, maybe that's the toasted malt, I'm not sure, but it has a little bit of a nutty smell to it. Let's see if I can pick up anything else. It's got, I can smell some kind of like a, not quite brown sugar, not quite cinnamon, but it has that type of aroma to it. And you smell brown sugar and cinnamon type of oatmeal. You kind of get that smell. It's down there a little bit, but in terms of the aroma, it's down the levels, but it's there. So overall, it smells nice. It smells like my expectation that it's going to be a little bit of a sweet beer. What I read on ratebeer.com is that this should be malty. It should be a little sweeter, but it should also be balanced out quite nicely with the hops, the bitterness, that type of thing. So let's see if Sam Adams has what it takes. Okay, let me take one more sip. I'm wired up with the microphone, so you probably heard every single gulp. But anyway, the first thing I pick up, again, is that toasted malt. That's quite, it's there. It's readily apparent. The next thing that I'm getting, that's also on the aftertaste as well. As I'm sitting here, I can kind of taste that toasty malt type of flavor to it. I'm picking up that nuts again. It might be coming from the toasted malt, but I'm definitely getting that type of flavor to it. It definitely tastes like fall. If there is a way that fall tastes, this kind of tastes like it. It does have a slight bit of bitterness to it, but it's not a lot. It's not so overwhelming that it's distasteful. It's just enough to make it very well balanced against the malt. It's a slightly sweet beer. It's actually pretty good. I really enjoy it. It's very smooth, very even, very easy to drink. And from what I've read on Rate Beer, that's what you want. You want a smooth, even type of beer. Well balanced. This is actually really good. I really like this. I really like it a lot. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's see if they have the alcohol content on this. I didn't look it up, but overall, it tastes like fall. I get that toasted malt, getting that nuttiness, just a bit of that bitterness. I mean, this is a really excellent beer, probably for the price. I mean, some of these other beers that I have here were a little expensive, and so this wasn't that much. I think for a 6-pack, it's like $6.99, $7.99, so it's not bad. So if you're going to have a fall party and you want an Oktoberfest beer, Sam Adams actually is pretty solid. I would give this 4 bottles. I really like it, actually. I mean, I can see this being, at the moment, my go-to fall beer. I mean, I got all these to go through, but this is very good. It's very good. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I give the Sam Adams Oktoberfest 4 bottles, and the next one on the list, supposedly, what I heard was that, where is it? The Spaten, either Spaten or Spaten Oktoberfest, is actually the original Oktoberfest, brewed in Munich, Germany since 1397. So supposedly this is the original Oktoberfest, according to Rate Beer. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rank this one next, or give a review of this one next. But I have the Sam Adams to kind of compare it to, so we'll see what the Spaten is next. So anyway, guys, happy drinking. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of this series.